What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. So, of course, Newcastle United take on Fulham tomorrow at St James's Park at 3 o'clock kickoff. And this is going to be an interesting week ahead for us Newcastle United fans, as we've got this game against Fulham tomorrow in that 3 o'clock kickoff spot. But we've also got the massive second leg game at St James's Park of the semi-finals of the League Cup against Arsenal. And then, of course, on the 8th, we have to take on Birmingham City as well. So massive week ahead for us Newcastle United fans. But let's talk about this game, of course, against Fulham first. Now, Fulham are coming to St James's Park on the back of a 1-0 loss at home to Man United in their most recent game. In their away record this season, they have 4 wins, 4 draws and 3 losses. They've scored twice in each of their last 4 Premier League away games, with 7 of the 8 goals coming in the second half. And looking at the fitness side of things for the Fulham side coming up to St James's, of course, Harry Wilson, Reece Nelson and Kenny Tete are all unavailable for Fulham coming up here. The officials for this game will be Chris Kavanagh for the 3rd time this season, officiating over a Newcastle United game, and on VAR for the first time, I believe it will be Alex Chelawswick, who is the American official, brand new to the league. He's going to be on VAR duties at Stockley Park, so we'll hopefully not have to see him get involved in the game too much. But looking at our team news going into the game, obviously Harvey Barnes and Jamal Els are still out. They remain out of availability for the game. Callum Wilson, his return is not imminent, so he will not be back in action yet. Joe Linton is 2 bookings away from a 2-match suspension, so hopefully keeps his tackles to a bare minimum, and when he does do tackles, hopefully he gets them pretty good and gets all of the ball. Looking at Eddie Howe's comments as well from the press conference today going into the game tomorrow. Eddie was talked about, of course, new signings expected in this window, and he says that there is no new signings expected in the window. He went on, of course, to say that, you know, if we can get Callum Wilson and Harvey Barnes back, then we'll look in a good position. But it looks like we're not going to be getting any new additions to the squad. But we have seen Eddie say this before, and then, you know, a couple of new additions have appeared. Of course, for a prime example of that, Harvey Barnes. During the summer series, Eddie did say that we weren't going to sign anybody, and Harvey Barnes was already in the States, ready to sign for Newcastle United. Of course, we did see as well, as I talked about in the video I put up earlier on the channel, and I put a video up yesterday on the channel as well, of course, about Almiron moving to Atlanta United. That transfer was necessary, of course, from what Eddie said, due to PSR, profit and sustainable rules. That is why we took that option to move Almiron on to Atlanta United, and it's worked out for Almiron as well, because he gets to go back to somewhere that he loves. He acknowledges as well that the squad is stretched as well in attacking areas, so a lot to say during the press conference. Eddie had a lot to say about, of course, transfers and other things like that during the press conference today. But going into this game against Fulham, it's going to be at St James's Park. We're coming into this one on the back of a 3-1 win against Southampton down in St Mary's. After a horrible game that we played against Bournemouth at St James's Park. Hopefully we can get that winning run from the game against Southampton, and we can continue it in this game against Fulham. Looking at it, you know, at the recent games that's been played at St James's against Fulham, we had a 3-0 win last season. During the 23-24 season, we had a 3-0 win with Miley, Almiron and Dan Burn on the score sheet. Previous to that, in the 22-23 season, we're seeing Isak get on the score sheet for a 1-0 win. So looking at that, if I had to go for a score prediction for this game, I would say Newcastle come away from this game with a 2-0 win against Fulham. Maybe Fulham might have a chance at getting a goal in it as well, so it could possibly be 2-1, but I would hope that we can come away from St James's Park with all 3 points in the bag and a clean sheet to boost the confidence a little bit more of Martin Dubravka. So I'm going to go Newcastle come away from this one with a 2-0 win. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to go check out the other video I did on the channel earlier today. And please hit that subscribe button as well. There's still 20,000 or so people watching the videos that aren't subscribed to the channel. It only takes a second to do. Please hit that subscribe, as it does massively help to support the channel going forward. And also make sure to hit that like and share with your friends as well, because it does help support the channel to grow. And I really want to hit, that 5,000 subscriber milestone this year, and see if we can go beyond that as well, if we hit it very early into the year. But till next time, I'll see you all later, and how are the lads.